Hi class, I wanted to do a quick video run through of what we have going on in week 2. I've had a couple questions and I want to do this in video form. So I've got our course pulled up here in Educat. Make sure if you aren't already reading the announcements that you do that, because I've had a lot of questions on things that have already been posted. So when you pull up the course, you should see the latest announcements here on the right, and you can always click on announcements there in the middle of the screen to see exactly what the announcements are. And I have things about how to get to the MyOpen Math homework, the due dates, and so on. So let's quickly look at week 2. So here is week 2 finance skills, and here's your information for logging in to do the homework on problem solving and finance that are both due this week. So you'll go to MyOpen Math. I'll click on that in a second here, but if you haven't already entered the course ID and the enrollment key, have that handy. And then once you do that and are in the course itself, you'll log in. And you should only see one class over here. So you would go to the MA101 Fall 19 web. So you'd click on that. I'm going to go to student view here. And this is what you should see when you log in. And so you have 2 homework assignments this week, the problem solving and the finance. So let's just take a quick peek at the problem solving. Click on that and then click on the exercises problem solving. And then for this one it has 8 questions. For every question there's a little video link that you can look at there if you need some help. And also within the course, so if I click back into our Educat course, under week 2, you'll see I have a problem solving handout. So if you click on that, it'll open up a PDF in a new pop-up window, and that is going to have problems worked out that are very similar where you can see all the steps. So that's an Educat, so you'd probably want to have that pulled up as well. And then you go through and you enter an answer, and you have unlimited attempts. So I'm just going to make up a number. So let's say this is 400. And if I click submit, it's going to show me that it's wrong. Otherwise, this would light up green here and would tell you what your score is. And then you can try a similar question, but you might as well try this one. So I'm just going to try a different answer. If it doesn't give you an option to submit on your second try or more, some students were seeing this reattempt last question below was highlighted in blue, and then they were able to click on that, and then it gave them a submit button. So when these are all done, you will have, you'll see that these are all lit up and it'll tell you your grade. And then once you're done with that, and the due date for that is this Saturday at basically at midnight. So this Saturday night by 11:59 p.m. So once you're done with that, you will have a score. And then what you want to do is go back into our course, and under week 2 you'll see a little paper with a hand holding it, and it says homework problem solving due by Saturday. So when you see that little hand holding a paper, that means that's where you're going to turn something in. So after you're done with that problem solving, you would click on this, and if you scroll down, you'll see add submission. And so that's where you'd click on that, and please enter your score out of 100. And this, of course, is on the problem solving. So you would just enter your score there. So let's say you couldn't get them all, but you got close and you got an 88. So you would just click or type in your percentage. So hopefully you got them all right. And then that's it. You don't need to type anything else, just your percentage there. And then save changes. And then I will see that you have submitted, so then I know you are completely done with that homework and ready for me to grade it. And then you'll do the exact same thing for the finance unit. So going back into MyOpen Math, if you go to the main screen, you'll see a finance unit. So you'd click on finance, go to exercises, finance, and then you'll see your problems there. So you do that. You would, while you're working on it, you can go back to week 2 in EduCat, and you'll see I have a finance problems handout. So if you click on that PDF, you'll see a lot of useful information and very similar problems worked out to those in the MyOpen Math. So once you complete that whole finance in MyOpen Math, whatever your score is, that's what you're going to go back under EduCat and week 2, and now underneath that handout you see homework finance due by Saturday, also by midnight on Saturday. So then you'd go there and you would add your submission, which is your score. So again, let's say you ended up with 100. And then once you submit here, then I know you are no longer going to work on that homework. So then you would save changes, and then I can enter your score into the actual grade book. So that's the homework assignments. And then you have a lending and borrowing concepts project due Sunday by 6 p.m. And remember, all of this is posted under the announcements within the course. I have week 2 due dates. And if you click on that, you can see exactly what and when everything is due. So for that one, that's under week 2. And that is lending and borrowing concepts, groups of 2, due Sunday by 6. So if you click on that, you've got a lot of information here and a video by my colleague, Dr. Barnsley. So you'd want to watch that, read all of this. Again, I've got it in bold here. Be sure to read the instructions or listen to the instructions so you're not changing the master file. And so watch that entire video and then do the project with your partner, and then you're each going to submit down below where there's an add a submission. And in the video it tells you exactly how to do all of that. So once you do the 2 homework assignments on problem solving and finance, and then the lending and borrowing, then you would be done with week 2. And then we'll continue on Monday with week 3.